This is a story I'm interested in right here.
A modern-day Montague feud gone viral.
And it was
Samantha,
nothing
you
but
talking about
lies.
hit a
North
nerve.
Carolina.
Samantha was talking about the AZ Shike song.
TikToker Brene Kennard ordered to pay $1.75 million after a jury found her liable for having an affair with her manager, Tim Montague, characterized under North Carolina law as criminal conversation and alienation of affection. Montague's ex-wife, Akira, suing Kennard for her deliberate interference in the marriage, including wrongful and malicious acts.
What's up, y'all?
Saying in a court filing, Kennard engaged in behavior designed to seduce him, like wearing very short skirts and twirling her hair in a flirtatious manner. The plaintiff's attorneys presented evidence, including sexual videos and texts, a video of Kennard dancing in the couple's home, and another video of her saying she cannot wait to be Mrs. Montague.
Damn!
They argued the TikToker, who had millions of followers, flaunted their relationship on social media.
Hi, guys.
She pretty.
Says that my client was telling the truth.
Akira Montague saying as a result of Kennard's actions, she has suffered humiliation, mental and emotional anguish, and injury to her health, adding their actions deprived their two young children of a two-parent household.
She has received justice from losing her husband and the father of her children.
But Kennard argues she had Montague's consent.
She gave her consent. She said it was okay because she knew her marriage was over with and it was done.
Kennard now calling herself Mrs. Montague, saying the couple are married, though NBC News couldn't find any legal documentation supporting.
That bitch got some big ass goddamn titties. I ain't even no titty man, but goddamn it, that bitch got some up there now.
That claim.
That bitch got some goddamn sandbags up there now with her pretty ass.
NBC News at a
She ain't even that big. It's her titties.
The verdict wasn't fair at all. I fought the lies for 8 days, and the jury sought sympathy, not facts, adding it's not over until God says it's over. Tim Montague adding about the TikToker, my wife had no fair shot, especially when defending herself against an entire...
No, y'all ain't never seen them women that if they titties was small, they would be small? Like they don't be fat for real? Like they don't be having no real big stomach? They titties just be real big?
Had no fair shot, especially when defending herself against an entire team of attorneys. As for that $1.75 million payday...
I don't know, but she'll probably never see it.
All right, Maggie joins us now. Maggie, sorry, we were sort of glued to the monitors there. This one's a strange one.
Fair.
Let's back up. You mentioned this is a North Carolina law, but there are other states where people can sue over infidelity?
Yeah, Tom, that's actually true. And for people sitting at home thinking, hold on, you can be sued for having an affair, the answer is yes, indeed. This is a thing. In fact, in a handful of states, including Utah.
Wait a minute, because I seen this story. Let me look. Yeah, we finna get down to the the nitty gritty of the ditty. Yeah, because I seen it. I think the family did it. Let me see. Let me see. Somebody had the video. Yeah, somebody had the video on this shit. TikToker, TikTok, you don't stop all night. TikToker sued cheating. Where is that goddamn shit? It had a thumbnail to it. Big and nasty. Oh, no, you ain't hating. No, she got it backed up. She ain't even that big for real. She just got them big ass goddamn titties. And her ass big, so it don't help. She a little roly-poly, that's all. Just a little roly-poly hoe, that's it. Yeah, I still bust her ass. Shit, you see, she took a bitch husband. Shit. Shit. She took a bitch whole goddamn husband. God damn it. That hoe took a whole husband. And she pretty. I'm gonna have to find that hoe socials. I need to follow her. That bitch is gorgeous. Hit the shit. Pink book lessons. That's what I was
So those
looking
who are
for.
confused on the Brene case, let me break it down for y'all. Basically, Brene married her crush's cousin to get closer to her crush. Her crush name is Tim. Her husband name was Devin. Akira was Tim's wife. Okay, y'all got that? They all grew up together. They went to high school together. Now, Brene also has a twin sister named Corinne, and she also plays a role in this situation. Track it back to high school. Basically, Brene dated Tim back when they were really, really young. Mind y'all, Tim was Brene's first love. Tim's family never liked Brene, so Tim ended up breaking it off with Brene. Now, circling back to the twin sister Corinne. Corinne and Brene fell out and had a lot of beef in high school because Corinne basically slept with Tim after Brene and Tim broke up. Basically, Brene was a 304.
And it's not just Brene, it's her twin sister too. Which is why in the first video I told y'all the mama was the root problem here. How is it that both of her daughters are tied to this story? And then after Brene was ordered to pay $1.57 million for her role in breaking up Tim's marriage with his ex-wife Akira, it was Brene and her mama getting on social media talking crap about how she's not paying Akira a dime. I told you, when you see behavior like this, it came from somewhere. Women who like to mess around with other women's husbands, you don't have to look too far to figure out where they learned that this type of behavior is acceptable. It's in their bloodline, well documented from their family tree ties. And you can usually find that same behavior in their mama, their grandmama, their great-grandmama. Y'all have to look very closely. We're talking about the generational 304. And if this mess between sisters isn't crazy enough, you got Brene who went on to mess around with Tim's cousin and eventually married him just so she can be in the family and still find her way around Tim. See, Tim's family didn't like Brene, and it wasn't for no reason.
Wait. So titties married one nigga just to get close to another nigga. See, she really wanted Tim. But Tim broke it off in school because his family didn't like the bitch. So titties got with the cousin Devin and then married the cousin.
Tim's family saw Brene exactly for who and what she was, and that's why they didn't like her.
Scandalous.
All of this is out of order. And no, the family didn't like it one bit, but throughout it all, Brene was getting support and coaching from who? Her OG City Girl original Thought Bucket mama. That mindset, that behavior, she get it from her mama.
And so Tim ended up putting his cousin Devin on Brene because Brene was going and Devin was a virgin and he wanted to lose his V.
Translation, Brene was a pass around and Tim didn't want her. He messed with her and then passed her off to his...
I'm confused. So you telling me that titties is a hoe? Trained to go. Tim no. So he put her on the cousin. Then spun back and married the hoe? What?
His cousin. The problem is, the cousin didn't understand the assignment. He was super green, obviously. He actually fell in love with the Community 304 and married her. See, I've been telling y'all for the longest, simping is a mental illness. Devin, just like a lot of them, needed some intervention before he even started. He fell for the Community 304, and that's how he got wrapped up into all this. So later on, when Brene started cheating on him with his cousin, well, Devin, duh, why would you marry the thought bucket that your cousin picked over? You thought you would marry her and convert her into something other than what she was? Nah, Devin, you play yourself.
Before everyone graduated, Akira and Tim ended up getting together, and Akira was basically Tim's new girlfriend. Granted, Brene, Devin, they don't hang out with Akira. They don't really know Akira like that. She's just the new girlfriend. Tim went off to play college football on a scholarship while Akira basically held the relationship down. Not too long after, Akira ends up getting pregnant and they end up getting married in 2018. Akira dropped out of school to be a wife, a mother, while Tim pursued his dreams of being an NFL player. Akira was working 2 jobs trying to support the family financially.
And Akira, I support you and all, but I gotta tell you the truth too. That's where you messed up at. Dropping out of school, talking about becoming a wife and having babies, when neither one of y'all had yourself together. You introduced children to the equation when you didn't have the foundation established to even be able to raise a family. And let's keep it real.
Akira pretty now.
All because you thought he was going to make it to the NFL. You desperately wanted to keep him because you thought he was going to make it big, and so you quickly formed this marriage with him, had kids, and of course, both of you did it together. Tim is also less than smart for that because he wasn't ready either, obviously. He couldn't provide for a family, wife, and kids, which is why you had to work 2 jobs. And then for Tim, you don't go chasing a dream and then the first thing you do is have kids. That's going to slow you down and make it harder to accomplish your dreams. And even if Tim would have made it to the NFL, that's still not the first move you should make. All of this is out of order. And when you're out of order, you end up in mess like this.
Fast forward to 2021, Devin.
Who is this bitch? This bitch is pretty.
Brene ends up getting married. This is how I met Devin and Brene because they were a TikTok couple, actually. So mind y'all, Brene and Devin is this God-fearing married couple. They're very Christian, go to church, listen to music, do couples content, all of that.
And look, this is why I can't stand these fake TikTok couples. Brene married Tim's green cousin, Devin. Such a fool. Then he got on social media with her, acting like your average crispy catfish Christian couple. Very fake. They pretended to be these holy people when Brene was literally the pass-around that got passed down to Devin by his athlete cousin. And then this guy, super foolish, fell for this girl.
So randomly they started hanging out with Tim and Akira, and they started doing like group activities, double dates, etc. Mind you, Brene was known to be Akira and Tim's kids' aunt. Brene was Auntie Brene and Devin was Uncle Devin.
Another problem. Why are y'all hanging out together? Why would Brene be anywhere near Tim's wife and his kids talking about auntie? In order for her to be auntie, then Brene would have to be sister-like. How could she ever be like a sister if you messed around with her already? That's not your sister. That's your high school 304. Brene still liked Tim and she used his cousin, her then husband, to get closer to Tim and befriended Akira to make her comfortable with coming around them and their kids. This
cold-blooded ass shit. These bitches ain't shit.
is straight up diabolical.
Brene started speculating that her sister Corinne started sneaking around with Tim again, and this is when Akira was pregnant with her second child. Things started getting weird because every time they would link up to do couple stuff, Brene would be wearing inappropriate clothes, like her cheeks would be hanging out, her titties, she would have no bra on, like things were just very inappropriate, and she would be extremely friendly with Tim.
Not only was Brene throwing herself at Tim, but they're saying her twin sister was allegedly back in the mix too. And like I said before, because you have these 2 sisters involved like this, you gotta look back at the mama. Something's not right.
So this is where everything started getting speculated. Carol would constantly check Brene, like, hey girl, like, can you put a bra on? Or tell her about like her shorts being too short. And Brene basically would see no issue with it. And Akira's main thing was the fact that her children are around. Like, there's kids around and you have your titties just out and exposed and your booty hanging out of your shorts. Like, you're not supposed to be dressed like that around children. So fast forward, one day, Brene basically comes up with this big lie saying that Devin is being domestic towards her and that she doesn't feel comfortable living with Devin and etc., etc. So Brene basically begs Akira and Tim for a place to stay. And Tim is like, yeah, like we might as well let her stay. Like she said she's having problems at home and in her marriage. And so Akira went along with it. And Akira said that things got extremely weird the moment she moved into their home.
And this is why Tim is a problem too. Why will you convince your wife to move your old fling into your house and y'all have 2 kids there too?
I knew that bitch had it back there. I told you, goddammit. I knew it. Little roly-poly hoe. If her titties wasn't so big, she wouldn't be that goddamn big.
But even without the kids, why will you invite your
Me too, Time. Welcome back.
old fling that's married to your cousin to live in the house with your woman. Straight up out of order. And Akira shouldn't have believed that either. She should have said, I don't care what she's going through. Where's her sister or her mama or somebody else in her family? Why she had to move in with y'all? That didn't make no sense, Akira, when he said that to you. Like, no, what you talking about? She needs somewhere to stay. She better call her mama him. Why is she calling your house?
Why, how stupid would I be to do that?
I didn't say you
That's
were holding.
stupid, guys.
I didn't.
Is this camera on me?
Yes, it's on.
That's stupid. Use your common sense.
Akira started finding random teeth around the house. She said that basically she would go to sleep early some nights and she'll go to sleep at like 8 p.m., wake back up at 11 p.m. and notice Tim's not in the bed, and she'll go out and check and see where he's at, and he would be in the den with the door closed, meaning they were being actual in their home while Akira was asleep, and this was proven. So Akira started confronting Tim,
It's a bold ass nigga,
about what was going on. Tim gaslit her and said, oh, it's nothing going on. She was known as a 304 in her high school, saying that she's sloppy, she nasty, she dirty, she lazy, this, that, and the third. That's how she even got with Devin, like basically gaslit the out of her. And she said she believed him because at the time it was like, anything my husband says, I'm going to believe.
Nah, you can't be a complete fool. This is crazy. Whenever they go extra hard, trying to talk bad about the other person, that's a red flag too. That goes for men and women. See, they'll come talking bad to you about the other person they're dealing with to throw you off. That's just for them to make you believe that they have no interest in them. But the real question should have been, well, if she's so nasty, then why would you have her come live over here? Nah, that just proved that Tim was just as nasty as he said Brene was.
That's the type of woman she was. Granted, when Brene was staying with them, she would fix Tim's plate first, would sit with Tim, would literally, everything's Tim. And then also, she was asked on many occasions to leave their home. She said no. She told Akira, no, Tim wants me here. And so Akira said she felt like she had no one to speak to about this because she would tell her husband would gaslight her, and she just felt like something sneaky was going on behind her back, but she just could not prove it. So she started getting a whole bunch of piercings. And so one day she goes around her family and they're like, why do you have so many piercings? And then she just busts out and just tells everything.
Been saying this for years, and flamingos used to crash out in the comments over this one. When you see a bunch of piercings, that reflects something deeper going on emotionally. Women in tattoos, same thing. It's something behind that. They're creating self-inflicted wounds, which for most is a sign of emotional instability. And rather than avoiding the conversation out of fear of being told you're judging, it's better to communicate openly and understand their background and emotional state. Yeah, it's definitely a red flag, and you need to move accordingly. But Akira was going through all this caused by Tim and Brene. You got her telling Brene to leave, and Brene was refusing to leave the house. And Tim basically sided with Brene, having her stay there, and just kept lying to Akira, saying nothing was going on.
And so her grandmother was like, oh no, I'll be over there. Because one thing about it, Akira is not confrontational. She said she's not an aggressor and that this is not something that she does. So the grandmother goes over to Akira's house. The grandmother said the house was so trashed where Brene was staying at. She was staying in the den. They said that it was pop bottles, chip bottles. It was just so filthy, disgusting, and nasty. That grandmother asked Brene, didn't even ask, told Brene, you need to leave. And Brene told her, no, Tim wants me here. So she ended up getting into an argument with her grandmother and ends up pushing her grandmother.
And that's the other thing that rubbed the jury the wrong way. Listen, the jury heard all this. This is why they found Brene liable when it's usually very hard to prove in court. They heard all.
I'm sorry. This light-skinned girl is way prettier than this one. And you know I like big girls. And I prefer my darker women. But this, and then looking at her body, this just seemed like the much better choice. Like, I don't understand. I mean, them titties is something serious, but I'm not a titty man, and I don't know. I just don't see, I don't know. Maybe he still, I don't know. Maybe he still wanted the hoe from before, but at the same time, he got rid of the hoe, and he knew she was a pass around. And then he married the bitch.
All this. That big old girl started tussling with Akira's grandmother. And my question is, where was Tim when the tussling started? He's the one who created this whole problem, sitting up there letting Brene tussle with Akira's grandmother. And yes, this is all out of order. The grandmother over there trying to regulate. It also further proves Tim don't even know how to be a man. He's inviting chaos in the house that eventually invited more chaos in the house. Ladies, you gotta learn how to vet and get an actual man. Tim was never a man to begin with. Having babies don't make him no man. Throwing the football don't make him no man. There are so many red flags Akira missed here before they got married and got children involved. And newsflash, there are always red flags present in situations like this. Akira didn't just wake up and meet this version of Tim. He was there the whole time.
Renee eventually goes home and tells her husband, Devin, that she's in love with Tim and that she wants to be with Tim.
Oh, hell
and
no.
Devin basically says, well, if that's what you want to do, prove it. Invite him over here. And so she did exactly that and slept with Tim in their home, y'all. In their home. Devin ended up divorcing her after that.
And where was Devin at? Well, where was Devin at before, while they was doing it? Where Devin was at?
So she did exactly that and slept with Tim in their home, y'all. In their home. Devin ended up divorcing her after that.
Wait a damn minute. Wait a damn.
And I'm sorry, but Devin is off too. Just as off as Akira in this situation. What do you mean, prove it? Like, what y'all talking about? I believe Devin and Akira got played. I do not agree with what happened, but I also believe there's something inside of them that allowed themselves to be the perfect targets for Tim and Brene to play with.
Basically, they got the wrong people. The two people that's together now belong together. Titties and the other nigga. And the light-skinned girl and the cousin is who should have been together.
Devin needed some intervention a long time ago, but I think something is also up with Akira. For her to be walked over like that, to ignore what Brene was doing in the first place, how she was coming around her family dressing, coming up with this story of desperation, acting like she needed a place to stay, and her agreeing, feeling sorry for Brene, to even think it was okay for her to come living with y'all in the first place. All in the name of the woman needing protection. You know, believe all women, believe whatever story she made up for the sake of supporting the sisterhood. Well, the sisterhood slept with your man under your roof and got to tussling with your grandmama. And quiet as it's kept, she would have fought you too, but you're not a fighter.
Let me tell you about family. The family fucked my husband. Yes, Faith fucked my husband.
And another dangerous part, man under your whatever story she made up for the sake of supporting the sisterhood. Well, the sisterhood slept with your man under your roof and got to tussling with your grandmama. And quiet as it's kept, she would have fought you too, but you're not a fighter. And another dangerous part, then y'all had her cooking for y'all? That's dangerous. She could have poisoned you and wiped you out. Like, how y'all don't know this already? This is really crazy.
She needed a place to stay because she said that her husband was whooping her ass. So can I stay over here with y'all?
Akira ends up finding out because Devin ends up hitting Akira up and telling Akira what he knew. And so she ended up getting her piece on the whole entire situation. And that's why we're here today, y'all. And now y'all just gonna have to follow from here on out because I told y'all the entire backstory. Sorry if I butchered some parts, but this is literally how went down step by step. If I didn't get every little detail on point, I'm very sorry, but this is just the gist of everything step by step on what is going on. Oh, and did I mention that Brene and Tim are also married now? I don't know if I forgot to mention that or not. Brene said that, and she admitted that she would do anything for Tim. She would buy him the whole entire world. And so basically she's his sugar mama because Tim has no money.
And Brene said Tim was worth it. So I hope he's worth every dollar of that $1.75 million judgment. And I don't care how long it takes, Akira should keep garnishing every check with Renee's name on it until it's all paid. Yeah, Brene gotta cough up that money. Look, I already told y'all this was a whole mess. Shout out to the sister right here for giving us the full recap. I'll leave the link below for you to check her out. Let's go ahead and get the conversation started. Tell me what you think about this below. Gotta send a special shout out to our sisters Starlet and Donna. I appreciate you, Starlet and Donna, for your support for the channel, as well as our brother Felix. Much love to Felix. Again, I appreciate all of you for your contributions. You can show your support as well. The link to PayPal is below. Ladies, fellas, want a balanced analysis, want the truth from a woman's perspective? Then you're going to want to subscribe to this channel, and don't forget to like and share.
You know, Chad, I'm a cold nigga. I'm OG Unc. I'm the original gigolo. You understand what I'm saying? I slung wood from coast to coast. You understand what I'm saying? I'm cold Eskimo toes on these hoes. You feel me? You know? Out here slanging it, selling it, getting that money. You hear me? And you know, you can't tell me. Ain't nobody colder than me. I'm that nigga. You feel me? Get that money out of bitch. You know, that's what we gonna do. We gonna get that money out of hoe. You understand what I'm saying? We done been the pimp and the hoe. We gonna get that money out of hoe. You feel me? I'm that nigga. You feel me? You hear me? But let me tell you something. And we just gonna keep it real in the field. This nigga right here is the first $1 million dick nigga in history.
Ain't no way. Ain't no fucking way.
Listen. Listen. Do you know what kind of shit that nigga can pop? Nigga, this $1 million dick right here, nigga. This hoe paying $1.75 million for this dick. Do you hear me? This dick costs her $1.75 million. This nigga has $1 million dick. I want to see it. Somebody give me a picture of this nigga's penis. I want to see what a $1.75 million dick look like. Because I have never. 1.75. Do y'all realize? Okay, listen. The reason why she paying $1.75 million is because she took the nigga from his wife. She had to have him. She wanted him so bad that she married his cousin. She wanted him so bad that she didn't want to get put out the circle, so she married his cousin. You want me to fuck your cousin to make you happy because your cousin a virgin? Cool, I'll do that for you. Anything for you. Oh, that was a way to get rid of me? I'm going to show you. Put it on the cousin. Put it on and make him want to marry me. So she could stay in the family. And then she slid and slowly worked her way back where she wanted to be so she can get the man that she wanted. And in the end, she got to pay $1.75 million. The bitch gave away her pussy. She gave away her years in the wedding and the marriage. She gave away everything just to get back to this man. Somebody give me a picture of his penis. I want to see what a $1 million dick look like. That's gay. I don't give a damn what you niggas is talking about. No, he need to start doing porn. What does he do? I need to holler at him because he got some shit that I need to learn. I need to know. What dick is worth $1.75 million?
Apparently his.
I need to see it. I need to see him in action. I need to see his hip motion. I need to see a video. I need to see a porno video of him. I need to see him in action. He got to be better than Mr. Marcus. He got to be better than Devlin Weed. He got to be better than Lexington Steele. Like Rico Strong. He got to be the best nigga. I have to see this man have sex. I want to see what $1.75 million buy. I need to see it. Because the bitch really got gypped. Because if you look at the progression of the pictures, he don't look now like he looked back then. See, the nigga was handsome and light-skinned and shit and thin. He was handsome, light-skinned, and thin. Not a nigga old, ugly, dusty, crusty.
That shit was confusing at first. I was lost for a minute.
I was like, is this the same nigga? You sure this the same nigga? Bitch, you paid so it has to be his dick because it ain't his face. I need to see what the 1.75 million get. I need to see it.
Nicole said you tripping.
Damn trip. Yeah, look, shit. $1.75 million? That's how much this cost her. Imagine that.
Hell no, I ain't paying no.
You won the competition, but in return, you got to pay $1.75 million.
Nah, you can keep him for that.
Shit.
You know I could buy with that?
What's that boy name? I think he out of Florida, the one that Adam 22 let smash his wife. What is that nigga's name? Porn star. What is his name? Cause I think only he got like $6,000 or some shit like that from Adam 22 and him. I don't know. It might have been 20. I don't know. I can't remember. But the point is, $1.75 million?